Reality creation and the divine counterpart, or twin flames, or twin rays, or meta flames, or rainbow rays, or whatever labels that you subscribe to, they're all labels and they are meaningless. Now let's go back to one thing. The most important thing here, well, there's two things really that are really important. Reality creation. What is reality creation? You're doing it right now. You have been doing it all of your existence. This whole world, including me, this video, this is all part of you. You created this. This is all unfolding for you specifically. And all the characters in your world are there placed for you, for your benefit. They are all mirrors and aspects of the greater I am which you are. The I am is the consciousness that is at the seat of your awareness. That is the observer, the silent observer within you and all of us. But this is about you. Now, you are the creator of your reality. Whatever beliefs, frequencies, vibrations that you embody, that is reflected in your external reality. Your external reality is secondary to your internal state of being. That is that whatever energy you embody, whatever beliefs that you embody, which is to know, that is what is expressed in your external world. The external world is a movie screen, and you are the projector. It doesn't matter what state of being you are in, you are still projecting onto the external screen, or that bubble, that sphere around you that you see your whole reality unfold in. So your internal world reflects on the external. So the internal world is the master. The external world is the servant or the slave. Now, back to the labels like divine counterparts, soulmates, twin flames, twin rays, rainbow rays, meta flames, or there are many. There are many. There's a new one every day, probably more. That's all outside of yourself. Okay, so you're already off center. Your focus is on the projection, the screen, instead of internally what you're creating. You're creating the idea that there's something outside of you that you don't have access to. Because the story is about all these different labels, twin flames, whatever, is someone outside of you who is not awakened and they're running away from you. And so you should chase them, right? Because you had a mystical experience and you believe they're the one. What is that telling you? Okay? You are the projector and that is the screen. That's the story that's playing out in front of you. What is real? Your response to that is what's real, okay? You are chasing after something that you cannot attain. All of the stories and all of the advice about these particular types of, connections, this divine connection, it's a kind of a psyop in a sense that it's tricking you. You're tricking yourself. Because the story is about those types of connection is that there's a divine masculine and a feminine. The masculine is a bit flaky and he's always running away all the time. So you're going to create that because you are the creator of your reality, because you're absorbing the reflection of that, which is the story externally to you, which is actually internal because you're creating it because you have self-worth issues, because you've not healed your childhood wounds of abandonment. So you're creating a scenario where you're going to feel abandonment again. So you're going to pick someone, you're going to have a mystical experience with someone out there in the projection that's going to validate that feeling of abandonment. Oh, but like they're my twin. They just need to wake up. I just need to let them heal and wake up, and then they'll come back to me. You're creating this reality right now. And if that's your experience, you are creating it. Okay? They will continue to run from you because that's the story, that's the narrative. It will repeat itself over and over again. That person that you project, you give that label to, or that you put on that pedestal, is never going to come to you, ever. Trust me. Because the lesson is you need to learn to self-love and create the reality that you prefer. Stop subscribing to these limiting beliefs. Oh, my twin flame. I need to help them. I should chase them and do these and help them to evolve and wake up. No, no, no. Why are you putting this specific person on a pedestal? If you didn't subscribe to those labels, you wouldn't pay this person any attention. You would move on with your life and live your life to the fullest, because you would focus on creating your own reality, how you prefer. And you wouldn't give a person like that any more time. You would move on because you know that there's way more opportunities in the world. And it's better for you to work on yourself. So you can see how these labels become prisons for your mind. They stunt your growth. They keep you stuck in the wounds of the past, in the feeling of abandonment. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's time to let those things go. And when you really work on yourself and you forget about the idea of a specific person being significant in your life, I mean, you can still feel the feeling. You can allow the feeling, the feeling that you have for that particular person. Allow that to be there, because that's a realization for yourself that you can actually feel love. But you don't have to give it to a person outside of you that does not reciprocate. But you can still nurture that feeling, that love within yourself. And eventually, someone who will match that energy will come into your life. I guarantee it. But you do have to change your perspective and put in the work into yourself. But there is a person out there for you that fills that energy, that represents that energy within you. There is someone out there. But you can't know who it is until you're ready. And then it'll be obvious, and you will think, all these labels are just they're really, really not helpful. So just drop the labels and just focus on yourself and your reality creation. I'm also on YouTube, by the way. So if you click the link below, there's a YouTube link. You can get me there.